All right, all right. Good evening once again, everybody. My name is Ozzy Simoes. We are on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, transmitting live right now. And we are talking about small businesses. And I am the author of the Small Business Destruction Guide. My name is Ozzy Simoes. And let's get started. If this is the first time you're watching one of these lives, feel free to go back. This is a series based on the topics in the Small Business Destruction Guide, the book. And basically, this is live or recording number 13. And we're going through the topics one by one. So, why do I love talking about small businesses? Well, because I've been a small business owner. I've had a small business pretty much ever since I was 17 years old, when I was creating designs for a company, and a big company. And basically, ever since, I've always had some type of a small business on the side, even when I had full-time jobs. So let's get started. Today's topic, all right, is called the firing squad. Now, let me break this down for you real quick. The first chapter of the book is 0 to 6 months. And basically, the first 24 months of a business's life, a small business's life, according to statistics, at least in the United States, and like I've said in previous videos, I don't think it's very different in other countries, but more than 50% of the businesses close within the first 24 months. And I believe it's a lot of times is because of just stupid things, mentalities, and actions that small business owners take that cause them to fail, in essence. So today is called the firing squad. So what is the firing squad? The firing squad is basically, that time. And so now I'm in the second chapter of the book. So topic number 13 is in the second chapter. So we're in the 6 to 12 months. Maybe you or have gone through this, or know somebody that has, but if you haven't and you've got a small business that is fairly new or maybe a little bit advanced, this can be applied to any business at any time in the business life. So basically, the firing squad is you are just so frustrated, things may not be going exactly to plan, and you come into the office and you just start firing people. Everybody up against the wall, and off we go. We're going to firing squad everybody. So I've kind of seen this happen. Okay, I talk about it in the book. And the thing is that, and I also heard when I was reading Tony Robbins' books and doing his courses many years ago, when I first moved to the United States, that was 30 years ago. I remember him saying in one, I don't know if it was one of his seminars that I was at, one of the books, or one of the audio programs that I bought from him, but I remember him saying that when he was kind of failing and his business wasn't going quite according to plan when he had first started, and I wouldn't be surprised if it was within the first 24 months, and things kind of weren't going well, he literally went into the office and fired everybody. He just went in, everybody's fired. People kind of knew him by then, and they just kept working, and they knew that eventually he would turn the business around, and obviously he did. If you know Tony Robbins, you know where he's at today. But the firing squad is just that. It's just you allow frustrations and maybe stuff that's going on in the business to get you to the point that you take it out on people that maybe it's not even their fault. Now, don't get me wrong. There is a time to hire, obviously, and there is a time to fire. All right. There's a whole science behind that. There's a whole mentality behind that. But it's important for you to know that sometimes you do have to get to the point of firing somebody if they are not following policies, procedures, if really they're not producing. Okay, producing, policies, procedures, and producing, three things that basically can get somebody fired. And so if that's the case, then obviously, at least here in the United States, there's, basically the person, if you go according to law, any company that has a dismissal policy, basically the person has to get a verbal warning, a written warning, then a final warning, and then, they're out the door. So, unless they've really violated a strong policy, that is immediate dismissal. So again, the firing squad is not for you to come in and vent out your frustrations on your employees. Of course, if you don't have employees, you've got a business that it's you by yourself and so on. Sometimes you may have subcontractors, and so subcontractors may be somebody that you might get your vent out your frustrations in as well. I personally know that I've done that in the past, and that wasn't good. Always end up going back and apologizing and kind of humbling out after that. But very important. If you are dealing with other people, it's always good to take very good care and to try to be as understanding as possible. So that is it for today's topic, for today's live. Don't forget, I do these lives in English right now. Next is going to be in Spanish. And if you know somebody that speaks any of those other languages or more proficient or more fluent in those other languages, feel free to share and like this. All of these videos, well, feel free to share and like regardless. But again, if they are specifically with these other two languages, feel free to share those lives with them, and so that they can also be blessed. Folks, I thank you so much. Thank you for everybody that's liking and sharing these videos, and also for the comments that I occasionally get. But thank you very much. Do not forget, I always end off saying, my tagline, go, it's yours for the taking. This life has been given to you by a creator. His name is God. He has a son called Jesus, and it's been given to you for free, literally. Okay. What you do with it is your choice. It's your choice. And I, at the beginning of this year, when I was writing this book and I was kind of looking for a tagline, something that's really meaningful, I basically came up with that: go, it's yours for the taking. It's out there. It's yours for the taking. If you don't, somebody else will, and they'll take your blessing. And the blessing is always yours until you get it. I'll see you next time. Adios, amigos.